before he did Star Wars, I had just finished Rocky, and
Hello, cinema enthusiasts. He is Hollywood's greatest fighter, Sylvester Stallone. Just as he stood in the ring, he stood in Hollywood, uncompromising and ruthless. For Stallone, hate is not just an emotion. It is a code built on pride and loyalty. The 79-year-old legend has named the top 5 actors he hated most in his career. These names either challenged his dominance or betrayed him from the closest possible distance. Stallone never forgot these attacks. Now, we dive into the blacklist of Hollywood's toughest warrior. We are starting now. Number 1. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the eternal enemy. At the top of our list is the man who became the battleground of Stallone's life and career, Arnold Schwarzenegger. The hate between them wasn't just rivalry. It was the product of Stallone's humiliation at the 1977 Golden Globe Awards. Stallone was celebrating Rocky's success, but watched in disbelief as the film was consistently snubbed, while Arnold laughed mockingly each time. When Arnold won the New Star of the Year award, it shattered Stallone's pride. Stallone couldn't tolerate the arrogance. He later confessed, "I threw a bowl of flowers at his head." This brawl ignited what became the longest and most personal action rivalry in Hollywood history. For 15 years, the 80s and 90s were the Cold War of their egos. Every film was designed to eclipse the other. Arnold, however, took the competition into dirty territory. The greatest sabotage came with the film Stop, or My Mom Will Shoot. Arnold knew the script was terrible, but he pretended to pursue the project just to break Stallone's pride and make him grab it first. Stallone accepted the film to avoid losing it to Arnold. The result, a critical disaster that caused Stallone the greatest public embarrassment of his career. This hate pushed both giants to the top. However, Stallone viewed this war as a defense of his personal pride. Number 2. Bruce Willis, Greedy Betrayal. Second on the list is the greatest betrayal of Stallone's code of brotherhood and loyalty, Bruce Willis. The Expendables series was not just an action film for Stallone. It was a monument to the brotherhood of old friends. Stallone saw Willis as integral to the core team. However, before Expendables 3, Willis's demands shocked Stallone and shattered his vision. Willis demanded $4 million for only 4 days of work, $1 million a day. Stallone had founded the franchise on the idea of loyalty over ego. Willis's exorbitant and uncompromising demand meant that money was more important than friendship. Stallone viewed this as an ultimate act of betrayal. Instead of staying silent, he went public with a rare burst of anger. Stallone blasted Willis on Twitter as greedy and lazy and immediately cut him from the cast. This was not just firing an actor. It was the public execution of a friendship. The result, Stallone never forgave Willis's selfishness and love of money. In his eyes, Willis represented the corruption hiding behind Hollywood's glossy facade. Number 3. Richard Gere, the shattering of pride. Third on the list is the feud sparked by a single drop of mustard that lasted a lifetime, Richard Gere. The incident occurred on the set of the 1974 film The Lords of Flatbush, when both were unknown actors. Stallone viewed the theatrical Gere's methodical approach as sheer arrogance. The set was already tense. During a cramped car scene, a drop of mustard from Gere's sandwich dripped onto Stallone's pants. Stallone perceived this not as an accident, but as a personal disrespect. Stallone reacted instantly. Without hesitation, he elbowed Gere in the head and threw him out of the car. Stallone had publicly declared his dominance and honor in front of the cast and crew. Consequently, Gere was removed from the film. Stallone mocked the fight for years in interviews. The result, for Stallone, this was not just a fit of anger. This was a battle to prove his dominance and maintain his pride. Gere's perceived arrogance and the stain became a permanent mark of dishonor that Stallone never allowed to fade. Number 4. Kirk Douglas, arrogant sabotage. Fourth is the Hollywood legend who tried to sabotage Stallone's vision and creativity, Kirk Douglas. Douglas was cast as Colonel Troutman in First Blood, Rambo. Douglas, however, was not content simply to act. He wanted to control the script. Stallone's vision of First Blood as a veteran story of survival clashed violently with Douglas's demands. Douglas insisted the film should adhere to the original novel by ending with Rambo being killed by Colonel Troutman. Stallone fought hard for Rambo to survive. Douglas was unrelenting in questioning the script. Finally, the director told Douglas bluntly, "This is the film we are making. If you don't like it, you can leave." And Douglas walked off set just days into production. The result, Douglas's arrogant demands almost killed Stallone's franchise vision. Stallone never forgave Douglas for caring more about his own grand exit than the story's overall message and integrity. Number 5. Eddie Murphy, The Shattering of Trust. The final name on our blacklist is Stallone's most personal and painful betrayal, Eddie Murphy. In the late 80s, Stallone and Murphy were inseparable friends. But in 1987, a single rumor shattered that friendship forever. Eddie Murphy co-starred with Stallone's wife, Bridget Nielsen, in Beverly Hills Cop 2. Rumors of an affair leaked from the set, hit the tabloids, and Stallone's name was linked to shame in every headline. Stallone couldn't bear the humiliation. He confronted Murphy directly. Murphy denied everything, but trust had been broken, and Stallone's pride would not allow repair. Stallone believed Murphy had lied and demanded that he pay the price for the public humiliation. Stallone, driven by the instinct to defend his pride and his wife, was willing to sacrifice his closest ally. The result, this was a story of personal betrayal and shattered pride. For Stallone, Eddie Murphy proved how easily loyalty could be destroyed by Hollywood gossip. Sylvester Stallone's Blacklist is a testament to how he survived Hollywood. Always dominant, never compromise. Arnold's Rivalry, Willis's greed, Douglas's arrogance. These names attack Stallone's pride and code of loyalty. So what do you think? Was Stallone justified in these battles, or was he too proud? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because Hollywood's dark secrets await us.